You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now?
All right, what up, y'all? It's Captain Crypto. I'm here, 1/3 of the trifecta. Got Moonwalk Crypto and Moose Crypto here from the Whale Rocket Crypto Podcast, your one and only animated crypto talk show out all the interwebs. So slap and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. Let's get into it, y'all.
Yeah, go ahead and smash that like button, guys.
Indeed. So first things first, let's get off with it. Market started off hot. Everybody started off real hot. Too high. We all knew we had a pullback. The question is, are we in for a temporary pullback for the uptrend and we hitting the moon, baby? Or are we going to see some bearish price action? All right. So we got a few topics we want to hit y'all with. The first one's first. Let's hit them hard with it. It's the Feds. The price seemed to have plummeted after the Feds' minutes from the meeting, the FOMC meeting they had last week. And it seems as though, or last month, and it seems as though that ever since those minutes have been published, the downward trend has just been the dark cloud over crypto. Okay. Right. Apparently, we've had a lot of hawkish language in this stuff. And for those of you that don't know what hawkish language is, when the Feds come out, they can either spit hawkish or dovish language. So those who support height rakes, those are hawkish behaviors. And the language that supports low interest rates are labeled as dovish. Okay, so those of you that didn't know, that's for your information. And it seems as though the Feds were really hawkish. So a couple questions go through my mind. What assets are going to survive? How are we going to hold and safeguard our money? All right, so let's start this thing off. Crypto, let's talk about this with Moonwalk. Moonwalk, what do you think, man? Here we are.
I think that what the Feds are doing is in response to they say they're trying to stop this inflation that's going on, right? So the best way to do that is increase interest rates, which will slow down companies from buying, right? And it will also slow down consumers, people like buying houses and all that. It'll slow them down as well, right? So pretty much in a nutshell, we're trying to stop these bubbles, right? All these assets that was going crazy in the early 2020s, even into 2021. I mean, like the real estate market onwards, like we seen the price of crypto, man. We seen Bitcoin go to 63. Was it 60? I can't remember it was that high, but it was up there 68? In the 60Ks, man. Mm-hmm. 68. It's crazy, right?
It's on a double top this year. Had a 65, then 68. So
right. And then all that was happening. And then, we started hearing little rumblings about the Fed being hawkish, right? Going and saying, hey, we're about to slowly. And first they said slowly, right? But 1% interest is a major difference. I know 1% sounds small to a lot of people, but it is a major difference, right? So first things first, this 1% increase in the Fed's rates, actually I don't know how many percentage they're going to go up, because they said they're going to be doing it for the rest of the year, right? They're going to be going up.
So let's be specific with this for the people here, man. It seems like they have an option to have multiple meetings throughout the year that will, I think up to 10 or 11 meetings throughout the year, right, raising the interest rate somewhere upwards of 50 to 100 basis points. So that's 1%, 0.5% or 1% per meeting. That's crazy. They have the option to actually go and do. So quite. Yeah. Nuts.
So of course that's going to make speculators and stocks go down. And, we're still really linked to stocks. We haven't unlinked
Bitcoin
from stocks.
Does track the NASDAQ. Yes, it does.
So we know that people are going to pull their money and hold their money during any hawkish news, right?
You're 100% right.
It's going to go down. And look, I don't want to toot my horn, but I did. Y'all kept on putting that bear emoji on me when I told you that it's not about to go to no 100,000. It's going to be hovering around this mark. I told y'all this. Fortune teller Moon told you.
39.
You're the bear. Let me put up the bear.
I didn't say it. Look, man, I didn't say we're going to be having 20K. I didn't say no 20K Bitcoin. This ain't no bear.
Yes,
I'm just saying we're going to be around 39 to 54 in between that range. I don't see us getting to no 60, man. I don't see us getting to 60. I'm telling you.
He put the bear on him.
Hey, look, listen. That's why I said. Didn't he just say I was a DJ not too long ago?
And you didn't want to listen.
So let's wrap that up, y'all, with Moonwalk on. Hey, y'all, I told you so. We were going through this bear trend, and it was a pump fake. All right, that's what Moonwalk is pretty much saying. It was a pump fake. He was watching the bear trap setting itself up so smoothly, and then here we go with the hawkish language from the feds that just cut us down. But tell me what you think, Moose. How do you feel? I'll give you a few minutes to really go in and elaborate where you think the Fed's perspective. Now, we understand Moose has got a militant perspective, okay? Just a little bit more militant than both myself and my man Moonwalk. So, Moose, tell him what's the word.
Well, you know what, man? Listen, I might surprise you guys, man. I might go degen on you guys. So this is the thing, right? This is the thing, Captain. Man, so this week, right? Yeah, the Fed came in. The minutes got released from March, right? And so a lot of people, what came out is what people already know. They're going to jack up interest rates, man. Yeah, I think the initial shock, the stock market feels it, and then the ripple effect is crypto initially feels it, man. But I don't know, man. Like when I look at interest rates going up, right? What that means for a lot of these big companies and these big investors and stuff, it makes borrowing cash harder, right? It becomes more expensive because now they got to pay a little more interest on it. So this is just my pea brain thought, man. I'm not an economist. I didn't go to school for this stuff. But I would imagine if cash is going to become harder to borrow, the next best asset here recently that people seem to turn to is Bitcoin in particular, in crypto, man. And so, and you keep in mind, man, tech companies like MicroStrategy, Coinbase, these companies keep Bitcoin on their payrolls now. It's on their books. And so I can see, this is just me now, man. This is the bull mode of me. I can see companies saying, hey, you know what? It's harder to borrow cash now. It's a little more pricey. Let's put a little Bitcoin in our reserve. And I can see almost a squeeze type effect, if you will, similar to what happened to AMC and GME, GameStop, man. Not that this is going to catapult Bitcoin to my extreme $100,000 mark. But I can see this being the year of crypto. And you got to look at it like this, man. All this stuff has been going on with interest rates for a long time now, right? With them jacking the prices up. What I see is, but in the realm of all that, you've seen more crypto advertising and pushing towards crypto than ever before. So I don't know, man. It's kind of a mixed bag. I'm going to lean towards I'm going to lean towards the hawkishness, all this high interest rate increase. I think it's a good thing for crypto here in the mid to short term.
Yeah, I mean, what it sounds like for the most part, Miles, is the same sentiments I was humming a few weeks ago. Was this is the year of the adoption, and being that this is happening, the adoption is taking place. People are starting to hedge their bets with buying Bitcoin and putting it on their balance sheet, seeing what's going to happen next. Okay, and just buying a little bit. If everybody were to just buy a little bit, our market cap would be in the trillions. Right now, we've got what, 2 trillion in? I mean, Moon, we got 2 trillion. And if all the companies just put 1% of their assets into Bitcoin, we would have a multi-trillion-dollar market here. So perfect analogy. I'm going to give you my 2 cents, man, on this whole thing. I genuinely feel like, the Feds, this whole meeting, yes, it's hawkish, but just for them to even be discussing it is a bullish move for Bitcoin. The president knows about Bitcoin. All these countries are trying to adopt Bitcoin. All of this stuff is just good.
Regulation, man.
It's regulation. It's good for Bitcoin. It's letting you know it's adopting. And hopefully you get on this train. I think, like you said, man, everything is harder to borrow cash. The housing market is going to be the last market that's going to suffer. And I say that because, like you mentioned, interest rates are going to grow up, just like this conversation from the Fed said. The stocks are going to take the first immediate hit. Crypto is going to take next immediate hit. And then the housing market's going to be last. And the housing market is last because month over month, they're just going to drop the price a little bit and then a little bit. It's not until 6 months down the line they realize they should have jacked that price down 6 months ago. So that's what's going to happen. And what I see personally is the collapse of the dollar. I mean, you see the inflation going. I know. Hey, yeah, bro.
Wait, this year?
No, not necessarily this year. This is the beginning. Okay, this is
yeah.
Hey,
I mean, it started when we started printing all that money.
Exactly,
you see the money supply? Did you see that chart?
It looks like a giraffe's neck. Okay,
right.
The money supply, and the chart looks like a giraffe's neck. Okay?
That's what started the collapse.
It started it, and people are not necessarily panicked, just like they weren't panicked in 2008 when the housing market crashed. You know, life looks normal because, hey, man, stocks seem to be going up. Well, they're only going up because your buying power with the dollar is going down. So my perspective is,
that's true.
You know, the collapse of the dollar is kind of happening right before you. You know, it's again, we're rolling on that 100-year mark where no fiat currency has ever really surpassed 100 years, which is why gold and silver, these commodities have lasted so long. So that's my 2 cents, man. I think that the best way we can get into this is to safeguard our money, staking it, making it earn passively, because it may hurt seeing the price go down 30 points to tomorrow, 30%, 40%, hell, even 60, 70%. But if it's going to be up 750% in the next 2 years, okay, would you swallow that pill a little bit better? So that's my 2 cents on that topic, man. And as we kind of go into the next few things, I want y'all to think about that too. What assets do y'all think will survive the bear market? Are you holding on to your blue chips? Are you just holding on to your Bitcoin and calling it a day? I personally don't think that there's a right or wrong, as long as you're prepared, as you're doing your investing and your research, you're prepared to look into these projects and put your money where your mouth is. Okay. And if you're going to hold an asset that's going to be around for 5-10 years, then be prepared to hold it that long. Don't be upset when it goes down 70-80% tomorrow. Okay. If you think it's going to survive, let it survive. So y'all agree? What do y'all think?
Yeah. I think the best thing you could do is, if crypto wise, if you're gonna get something with a big market cap, because that's the ones that will survive through a bear market. I would not play with the anything new. Just putting a lot of your money into something new, hoping that it'll go to the moon. The time for the Doge coins and the SIBAs at right now, I don't think is something that you will want to put your money into. I think you might want to go to Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano,
tell the people about
Luna.
The market cap, man. Tell the people about market cap. Let them know what they don't want to just buy a 2-cent coin thinking, oh, it's going to hit Bitcoin numbers. Like, that's not possible, bro. So make sure they know, man, market cap, how that works.
Yeah, so the market cap, it's basically in comparison to the supply that is out there. So Bitcoin is scarce, right? So you have a finite amount, and it's a smaller amount of Bitcoin as opposed to like let's say stellar lumens, right? I think there's like billions of stellar lumens you could get. So that's why they have like 20 cents, 30 cents price mark, whereas Bitcoin is only a few million, 21 million. Like that. So that's why you have a $40,000 price. So in comparison to the market cap is huge. You want to be involved in something in this time with a big market cap, just in case there's people that sell off. You might have enough that sell off, but it won't hurt so much because not everybody inside of there is going to sell off. In comparison to a market cap, which is only 10 million, people panic, and then your price is going to plummet really quickly. So you want to get into something that has a lot bigger market cap than normal.
Higher market cap means more of a safer option. Okay, in a nutshell, Bitcoin is the largest market cap, Ethereum second largest, altcoins kind of all fall into a whole separate category.
I think Binance third right now.
So don't just look at the market cap to confirm if it's good or not, because there's some, like you said, Shiba, who might be in a nice little rug pool. So, Moose, what you feeling, man? Wrapping this up before we go on to the next topic. What you think? Final thoughts?
Yeah, man, I'll keep it. I'll touch on the safeguarding crypto, man. Hey, I would say this, man. There's lots of things out there: hot wallets, cold wallets. Do your research on these types of products. I'm not a big wallet guy. I'm comfortable with an exchange, right? The exchanges have wallets on your behalf. But when you pick an exchange, try to do some research and see how many active users. I would say if it's a platform like a Coinbase or anything that has, 1 million plus users, your crypto will be safe there. They have your best interest because they have millions of people's crypto at stake.
Right. So my bad, man. Just moving to the next topic, just trying to stay in there within this time frame, y'all. I'm just wanting to, in a wrap up, making sure that we're all in agreement. You look for your crypto the same way you look for your exchanges where you get your crypto. Do your own research and make sure you're not getting into
just be responsible.
Right.
Yeah.
So look, speaking of being responsible, here's a nice little interesting topic we're going to smoke up for you guys. All right. Airdrops. What are airdrops? Okay. My man Moon could tell you all about airdrops as he's now backstroking in quite a few stacks of airdrops. But what are airdrops? What have you been missing out on, and how can you capitalize now? Okay, a lot of people in this space in 2017 thought if you hadn't gotten into it, it's too late. Well, airdrops are happening, and they're happening left and right in all these ecosystems. And to keep you involved and keep your community involved, a lot of these tokens they're dropping airdrops to those who have sniffed it out early, who have been a part of the community, who've just joined the Discord and liked a few tweets. I mean, some of it is as simple as that. But I want to really let Moon kind of take the reign on this one and tell everybody what are airdrops, man. Let them kind of hear it from you first.
All right. So airdrops are a way for a company, a new crypto company, usually very new, to get recognition, right? Because as soon as you get an airdrop, you're going to start telling all your friends and family. So it's like free advertisement in a way when they're like, man, I'm telling you about this project, because they're excited that they got all these new free coins. And so it serves a purpose in that one way. And in another purpose, it also serves to find the price of that new listing, right? So it's like, we're going to put this into the market and we're going to let it find where the price is going to be at. So you're going to see the price skyrocket at first, and then you see a lot of sell off because people are trying to sell, the people that don't believe in the project long term. And a lot of those people are what they call airdrop hunters, right? So they just going around trying to find what projects are new, just get in on it and just to sell to make a quick buck, right? And while others are part of the community and really believe in the project and are just going to hold it all the way through until it gets to a crazy amount that they believe it will achieve, right? So in a nutshell, airdrops are just do those two things. It brings awareness to the company and it helps find the price value of that company's coin.
Hey, simple as this too. Hey, they're marketing campaigns that result in free coins. Okay. If you want to put your hands on some free coins, get into the community. Okay. And it's likely that they'll have some form of their ecosystem that's dropping an airdrop, which is literally just that. When you're playing Call of Duty,
let me go into that. It's not as simple because you have to really be a part of, the community. So it's like it might have certain time limits, or you had to be in the first 1,000 people in the Discord, or you had to be in there since December 3rd, right? Because some people, they're trying to stop the airdrop hunters from like just cash grabbing, right? Because like some of these airdrops, you could make $20,000-$30,000 just off of just getting the airdrop, right? Where others are only 8,000. I think Meld had one just now, it was around $8,000, right? So but people know that there's a lot of money to be made with airdrops. but it could hurt the community if you're just a airdrop hunter, right?
And to be honest too, like, the people know that it can happen, but there's a lot of people that aren't making the time to make it happen. It's literally being involved in the crypto space. That's the number one way to get involved with airdrops. Now, we'll drop in the link description below a nice, cool Google sheet for you guys to use, which I've cherry picked off of and seen what it can do. I mean, I've got a couple $100. It's not changing my life, but hey, I didn't have to do much more than just be a part of that community. So now, before you tell them any more, Moon, bro, scams. All right, my brother, many people, everybody knows somebody who's been scammed in this space. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do never give your private key away.
Let Moose talk about that one. I know
Please
you want to talk about this.
Scams. Talk about it, bro.
Listen, hey, Captain Moon. I'm glad y'all know my heart, right? Because I'm going in the opposite direction on this, man. I'm anti-airdrop, right? And listen,
oh man,
they're beautiful, right? They're a promotion tool. They're great.
Anti-free money.
If you free money, I'm very anti-free money. Listen, I'm gonna read you guys a headline. Twitter scam uses verified accounts to steal $1 million in fake ApeCoin airdrop. Listen, guys, airdrops, they're great if you can get in them. Even better if you can navigate them. I have tried on my end, and I consider myself a solidly technical guy, right? A lot of times the instructions are sent to you in Microsoft Excel sheets. Like Captain said, and what Moon alluded to, man, you have to be part of these communities. You have to be very, very intentional with these airdrops. You can benefit from them. However, I would never, ever, ever, ever recommend an airdrop for a first-time beginner crypto person. If you're just getting into crypto, tread lightly. Airdrops are linked to so many phishing scams. They're the number one target of scams across crypto, across the board.
Moose, I agree with you. Let them know what phishing is, though.
So all right. So for those that don't know, phishing, right? So phishing, not like fishing, like catching a fish, right? But similar, right? So phishing can be anything, man. Broken links that appear to say, hey, this is Coinbase, and you click it, but it's not really Coinbase. It feeds off the data in your computer. It can steal things like it allows access, however, to
your files.
Things like your files, sensitive data. In the crypto world, you'll hear phrases like your 12-phrase password. They could potentially get your keys to your password, steal all your crypto. I mean, phishing attack, and it's nothing new, right? It's not just in crypto, it's in everyday life. But in crypto, it is heavy. And when you deal with airdrops, phishing is a real thing. That's how these guys got on Twitter with this ApeCoin airdrop. So listen, I'm anti airdrop because I'm a little more conservative. It's not for everybody. It's not for me, right? But my boys have made money off this, right? Moon and Cap both will tell you they've made good money off of it.
All right, Moose, you'd be surprised. I agree with you. I just remember Snoop Dogg, the Cardano, and the merger there with the Claymates. I just got some in my Discord. They almost got me. Oh, well, I won't say they almost got me, but they had me like excited. I was like, oh, Claymates, they're about to drop the Snoop Dogg thing today. They were like, yo, live mint right now.
Oh, right? No.
They had an official website and everything, but because I agree with you, because I know how to navigate through the ecosystems, I went to go check the what do you call that? I went to go check their official Twitter page. I went to check the official Twitter page. No, but it's simple as going to the official Twitter page. If it's not even on their official page, then I mean, you should not go to that at all, right? Well, so it wasn't there, and I was like, "Oh, hold up!" And then I went back and looked at the link, and it was just like somebody was just taking 100 ADA from everybody that was sending it there, man.
And so, listen, man, you just gave the problem with really Web 2, not necessarily coins, man. The problem is really Web2 with the scamming. It's not as much crypto as it is the ability to scam somebody by duping yourself as somebody you're not, using a Web2 platform interface. And then you get duped over your keys. Now, Miles, Moose, you gave us the heads up about the article you read. Let me read you one here. Widow loses $500,000 life savings after being duped twice by romance scammers. Okay, now this is on one of your, meet and greet, other little apps. Okay, it's just as dangerous out there. Okay, it's not less dangerous in crypto or more dangerous. It seems to be wherever people can swindle you or be personable, they're going to use that to try to dupe you. So if it sounds too good to be true, 90% of the time it's probably too good to be true. So that being said, man, let's wrap it up, fellas, and let's talk about the last thing, is what really started to shake the waves, which kind of may trump everything we said earlier about being in a bullish market or a bearish market. I mean, everybody's trying to figure out which way to go just in case that price does go 70% lower. But the big thing is Elon's taking over, though. Elon again back in almost a year from the time that he said that he bought Bitcoin, almost a year to date. He's now bought Twitter. Okay. And now has the largest market share for Twitter. Okay. Now, what does that mean for crypto? Is he trying to just be bullish, or is he doing another, as the infamous moonwalk says, pump fake? All right. What are we doing here? Are we going up or down? Is Do Kwon buying at this level because they know? I mean, they're buying thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin per day. We're not talking like over the course of 10 years. They're buying it now. The question is, what does that mean? Are we at the hint on what I think, man, is the price is going up. The price is going up. The adoption's happening. They're trying to get it before everybody else realizes it's as valuable as it is. What do y'all think, man? Moon, why don't you hit us first?
Hold on, I gotta hear Moose go, because he loved talking about some Elon. I'm gonna rebut off what he says here.
All right.
Hey, so look, man. Hey, actually, me and Moon were chopping this up pre-meeting, right? Elon Musk, man. I got a love-hate relationship for him lately, man. I love Elon, man. Lately,
what happened?
I love Elon lately, man. So he's so volatile, man. So like this past week, man, this dude's now a board member for Twitter, man. He owns enough Twitter stock that he's now a board member. And so my thoughts, man. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, he stepped down earlier this year, but prior to him stepping down, Jack Dorsey was big on crypto, man. Very bullish Bitcoin. On it. Yeah. Just Bitcoin, definitely. And so you see Twitter, the space that it's in now, you can put NFTs as your profile pics. And so, man, Elon, he even tweeted back to a user earlier this week. A user said, "Hey, man, I think this new Twitter Blue subscription that you guys got going on, it should be priced in local currency and based on affordability to your area." And Elon replied with the statement back. He said, "What about maybe even an option to buy in Doge?" And he sent Doge flying earlier this week. Doge had a little run and it's falling off. So I'm telling you, man, I think it's a bullish sentiment, man. Again, Elon, anything with him in crypto, he is an immediate catalyst for it. And Twitter's headed in the right direction when it comes to making a jump to crypto, man.
Man, I hear you, bro. But Elon, I can't trust it. It seems like, 1 minute he's all for it. Next thing you know, he's going to send out a tweet talking about some energy is the problem for Bitcoin, and it still has some time. Like, we're not too far from his opening position. Okay, we're not too far. What do they get? Their average cost of the Bitcoin is what, 34,000 or something like that, somewhere in the 30s. We're not too far from it, and I think he's still comfortably above where he went in at. But still, that Elon, I'm not saying he's pumping his bags. He's the richest man in the world. I don't think he needs to pump his bags, but I don't think he sees the rest of us as looking at money as real money. Like, it's like, hey, what about Doge? I mean, why would anybody have Doge? Like, why would you have it? There's no purpose.
He's trying to make a use for it. Like, he's obviously trying to make a use for it right now. I'm still reeling from what what he did with like what you just said earlier, Kyle, with the Bitcoin is not green, right? Like he started. Was he the main one pushing that? Well, all the FUD he just started pouring on the Bitcoin.
It went
like
from this
I don't know if he was
thing,
trying to make Doge go up or what, but it destroyed the whole bull run. And then that Doge in itself, Doge going up, also messed up the altcoin runs for ETH. It messed up the runs for Cardano. It messed up a lot because everybody that had no clue about crypto was just like, I heard this thing called Doge. It's a cute dog. I'm gonna buy it. And then it has no real use. And we're trying to like, are we going to use it on the moon or what? Mars? Is it Mars?
Moon. Yeah. That's I think what you said exactly was, man, this little thing look like a little dog. It's cute. I'm gonna go ahead and buy some. $1,000 later.
That was Shiba. I did that on Shiba.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I only put 100 in. I should have put more. I wish I put 1,000. I would have made like 200,000, man. I made like from $100, I made like almost $3,000. That was ridiculous, man. Yeah, so I really didn't trust it, but I was like, I'm gonna put $100 in this. But my point is, people will put in more because they were like, oh, I heard Elon say something about a dog, and then it just started going crazy. So it literally, for no reason, people just put in money, and it gave crypto a bad name because by the time everybody else heard about Doge, they put in like $500 or something like that, and these are just retail investors. And then they got hit over the head because Elon started talking bad about the market. And then, I mean, we had a horrible crash, bro. Like the worst crypto crash. But look, that was during the time when we had almost the most adoption. We're talking about adoption coming in. You can't do that while you're shilling Doge and then destroying Bitcoin. And then everybody inside of Bitcoin or Doge also loses money because when Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the only bullish thing about this is the fact that he is shilling anything besides Bitcoin. It kind of is, again, back to the whole, the feds are hawkish on crypto right now. At least they're talking about it. Yeah. Doge has no purpose in anybody's wallet, but at least it's something other than Bitcoin in the crypto community is in the conversation amongst some heavy hitters, some big move makers, some guys that are actually, or women that are actually able to influence people just by saying the word Doge or the word Bitcoin. All of a sudden the price spikes up.
Me and Moose completely flipped. I remember I was singing all the praises of Elon. Like, man, Elon during the whole GameStop thing, and
they got a song named. They got a song named Elon Musk. Man, it's like
they got
top 20 on billboards. Man, this dude is. At the end of the day, he's
influential.
No, absolutely no news. Well, they say all news is good news, man. Like bad news, good news. Elon is the catalyst, man. So
why did that switch? Because you was telling me, and I didn't see it. You was right. You said he has too much power, right? He has too much power to influence markets. Like
so initially,
look what happened to Twitter when he bought. Look what happened to the stock of Twitter when he just bought 15%.
Yeah.
So look, man. I was early in the space, man, and I was too emotionally wrapped up into some of my investments. And I had to learn over time that, man, you can't be emotionally attached to any of these investment asset classes, crypto, stocks. And so with Elon Musk jerking the market back and forth, I just had to realize that, man, you know what? His words mean a lot. No different than the Fed meetings. When those meeting minutes got released this week, it meant a lot, man. And so different catalysts.
What Kanye say though? No one man should have all that power, bro. Like that is ridiculous.
Well, when you're the richest man in the world, man, I think Kanye West's statement.
You don't see Bezos.
We
don't hear Bezos. We don't hear him.
What do you mean you don't hear? Yes, he does, man.
What did Bezos do to make the market go up or down, bro?
If he sneezes the wrong way.
No, give me one example that he did to make the market go up or down.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Without
he could,
him,
but he don't.
No, this is the thing. Without him not saying anything, Bezos owns like 10 or 11% of Amazon. If he ever, and I mean ever, just says, you know what, I'm selling it, that will shift not just Amazon stock, man. That'll shift the entire market.
Okay.
He's a heavyweight, man.
He's such a heavyweight that he's so
talking
careful.
about with his words. I'm talking about with his words.
He can't. He's not as look. You can't compare Bezos to Elon.
But reason why he's the richest man.
Yeah, but he's not vocal. Bezos is vocal on how he's spending your money. But if he were to be vocal, it's like it would.
That'll be another problem.
Exactly. So that's Elon.
So
is
you
a
agree
problem.
with me? That's my point.
Elon
is over here saying he's great. I don't know what happened.
Elon is a problem. Elon is a problem. Okay.
Is that no more? That's what I'm saying. It's too much power, bro. Like it's like I wake up in a bad mood and I say F Bitcoin.
That's
and
like
next thing you know, Bitcoin is $10,000.
Elon is equivalent to what's the Cowboys owner's name?
Don't talk about my Cowboys, bro.
Elon is like Jerry Jones.
He's not like Jerry Jones, bro.
Yes, he is, man.
Hey, dig this, man. I think
y'all
now
always take a shot at the Cowboys, man.
No, but dig this though, bro. Like Elon, his words. If Elon were to come out tomorrow and say he's selling all his Bitcoin, but then Wednesday, Michael Saylor comes out and says he's buying all of Elon's Bitcoin. Like I think the balance. Influence. No, I think it is, man. Like
Michael Saylor does not have the influence that Elon has. I wish he did.
He does.
Otherwise, Bitcoin would be $1 million right now if it was up to Michael Saylor, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. And for those of you that don't know Michael Saylor, he pretty much
he's super bullish,
Max
Kaiser bullish.
And these are people who are in this space, who've been in this space for a while now. Ironically, what's his name? Ironically, who we were just saying it.
Who, Max Kaiser?
Not Max, but
Elon. This guy, Jeff Bezos?
No, the gentleman. Anyway,
what company you got, man?
2 minute warning, guys.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get over
let's do final thoughts. It's all
well.
good.
Listen, final thought. Let's wrap it up here, man. It's what can you do? Max Payne. Everybody's got a Max Payne. Okay, where do y'all feel Max Payne is? We see Do Kwon, he's buying more. Michael Saylor, who is the name I've been stumbling on, buying more. Okay, now what is
Michael Saylor?
Where can you let your Max Payne be? And it's all about how you see it. The moment my money is below my position, my whole perspective changes, and my thought is to never sell it until it gets above it. So very likely the project is, as long as you've done your own research on the project and you expect it to perform, it may just not perform this year or this moment. But if you have a long-term perspective and you got a plus 5 years, hodl until you can't no more. Okay. I knew a guy that made 20,000 into almost 2.5 million. Okay. And that's just because he hodled.
This what I'll say for Bitcoin. I think Max Payne, and there's been so many people calling for it, 20,000. I think if it gets down to 20,000, I think you will see a lot of people start to buy. Right now, they're still in the zone where they are like, I'm not sure, but 20,000 is a number they've been calling for forever, and I think that might be where you could see another bull run start if it falls that low. I don't think it's going to fall that low.
Even though Saylor, Do Kwon, I don't think it's going to fall that low.
But if it does fall that low, it's going to be a lot of people to buy. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, institutional adoption has a hard line of resistance right around, or hard line of support right around 33. So, Moose, what you think?
30 grand, man. 30 grand is that's the number. 30 grand, you're gonna see a slingshot.
All right, y'all. So we let y'all know everything that we've got to offer this week. We spoke about the feds and the FOMC meeting and the regulations that will soon ensue all of crypto. We also talked about who's buying crypto right now, the big money that's getting involved. Okay, so we all just expect you to do one thing, do your own research, take everything into consideration while you make your options. Okay, do you want to be on the right side of this, or are you going to look back and say, I wish I had bought at this time? Okay, these are just things to consider. But again, a salute from the crypto nation, from Whale Rocket Crypto to you. My man Moonwalk Crypto, my man Moose. My name's Captain Crypto, and we're out. Peace.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul.